Okay, I'm back for part 1 of the tutorial on Isibheqe Sohlamvu. We are going to be talking about vowels in this tutorial, and this is an overview of how vowels work in Isibheqe. First, before we move on, it is important to remember that whenever we write a word in Isibheqe, we start first by writing the vowel, then we build the rest of the syllable on top of it. And of course, every word is made up of one or more syllables. All syllables are built by triangles and modifiers. There's a triangle for each specific vowel, as well as modifiers for each consonant. So Isibheqe was built specifically for a consonant-vowel-consonant language, or a vowel-consonant-vowel language. There are about 7 vowels in total, and we are going to go through each of them one by one. The first vowel we are going to look at is the vowel E. The vowel E can be represented by this triangle. You can think of this triangle as the arrowhead of an arrow pointing in the upward direction. An example using this vowel would be the word imithi. Imithi. The next 2 vowels we can look at are the vowels. The closed triangle on the left makes an vowel, and the open triangle on the right makes a long e vowel, like the word sweet. When writing Zulu, please prefer to use the closed triangle for sounds, as the open triangle e sounds too similar to the e vowel we discussed at first. You can think of these 2 triangles as the arrowhead of an arrow pointing in the left direction. Left. An example would be the word ewe, which means yes, or igidi. And again, the vowels are highlighted in red, and the black markings are the extensions that complete the syllable with consonants and rules, which we will discuss in part 2. Cool. The next vowel to look at is the A vowel, typically approximated by the letter A. It is represented by the following triangle. You can think of this triangle as the arrowhead of an arrow pointing in the downward direction. Again, the arrow pointing down makes an A sound. An example word would be amabhata. Amabhata. Moving on to the O vowels. They are both approximated to the letter O and are represented by the following 2 triangles. The closed triangle on the left makes an O sound, like in the word orange. The open triangle on the right makes a long oo sound, like in the word cool. Again, when writing Zulu, please prefer to use the closed triangle for O sounds, as the open triangle oo sounds too similar to the oo vowel, which we will discuss next. You can think of these 2 triangles as the arrowhead of an arrow pointing in the right-hand direction. An example word would be ogogo and umusutu. Last but not least is the U vowel. Typically approximated by the letter U, it is represented by the following open triangle. You can think of this triangle as the arrowhead of an arrow pointing in the upward direction. The triangle itself looks similar to the E sound triangle, but it is important to remember that a closed triangle pointing up makes an E vowel, and the open triangle pointing up makes a U vowel. An example word is umuntu. Okay, so that is all the vowels I have for you today. Let's do a quick recap. The closed triangle pointing upward makes an I vowel. The open triangle pointing left makes an E vowel. The closed triangle pointing left makes a E sound. The closed triangle pointing downward makes an A vowel. The closed triangle pointing right makes an O vowel. The open triangle pointing right makes a W vowel. And the open triangle pointing upward makes a U vowel. Okay, so that's it for this video. Please watch this video again to get a better understanding of how vowels work. Please also refer to the document I linked in the description as extra material to learn from. Otherwise, join me in part 2 where I discuss how consonants and rules work in Isibheqe Sohlamvu.